everybody, so we're going to change some things. We're going to change some things with our videos. So if you've been following me for a while now, you know most of my older videos were tactics, tackle talk, going over what we're using and what we're doing out there. And I feel like lately, over the last year or so, maybe I've kind of gotten away from it a little bit. And it's all just been me going out there and fishing and just seeing the back of me and just fishing. And I guess that does get kind of boring after a while. That's probably one of the reasons why I personally don't really watch a whole lot of YouTube fishing videos, is because mainly it's just people fishing and just, it's kind of boring to watch. So I want to try and get back to my roots. We're going to go back to talking about how to catch fish, what I'm doing, where I'm fishing, why I'm fishing that area, and of course the tackle. So we're going to take clips from inside the fishing / soda room and we're going to clip it with the actual footage from on the water that day. So in this video, I was actually fishing the afternoon because it has been pretty hot, and I feel like the afternoon bite has been better than the morning bite. I think the tides have also been a little better in the afternoon, so I've been trying to hit those outgoing tides where we've been getting into the negatives, because if you go out there on a negative tide and there's no water, it makes fishing a lot easier, because where are the fish going to go? They're going to go where there's actually water. So let's go over the rod and reel that I was fishing with that night, and it is the Terramar XX. This is the 7-foot extra fast action rod, 10 to 30 pound, and I have it with a 3000 Stratic FM, 10-pound Power Pro, and since we've been targeting snook mainly, I bumped up to a 30-pound test Seagar. This is the blue label. This is the most abrasion-resistant Seagar you can get, and it's the original formula from Seagar. And we've been throwing two baits. In this video, I was throwing this guy here. This is the 3-inch minnows from Z-Man, and it is the Right Stuff color, and I have it on a 3/16 3/0 swim bait eye. That's what caught the fish that night. I have also been throwing the 4-inch Mulletron and Pearl, and that's been on the 5/0 1/4-ounce swim bait eye. So I'm going to switch over to the actual footage from that night, and then we'll come right back and talk about it.
Oh my God.
We got a big one, boys. We got a big one.
Oh, it's a big snook.
Big snook, too. His tail just came up. Forgot how fun it was to fish with the Stratic. It's been so long. Stratic and the Terramar XX. This is the first combo I got when I switched to Shimano in the beginning of 24. A ton of fun to fish with. She definitely has a braid. Got her. Got her both sides, baby. Oh man, that leader is frayed up, son. Woo! That's a Right Stuff minnow snook right there, ladies. gentlemen. Right in the corner of the mouth, baby. Woo! That's what we came out for. It's a good one. I'm gonna scoot in a little bit so I don't have to worry about any sharks or dolphins getting it. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that clip of that snook. Man, let me tell you what, catching snook on light tackle is a ton of fun. I can see why everybody likes fishing for them. I still think redfish are better. I think they're a little more of a dog, but man, snook do take really good runs and they're a ton of fun to fish for. So let's dive into how I'm catching these fish and the conditions that we're at to target these fish. And then it could be trout, it could be snook, it can be redfish, it could be all three. You know, it's all the same technique to catch these fish. So go to your favorite flat. Now, if you're going out there and it's a low tide, there's not going to be any water. It's going to be your negative tide. There's going to be nothing on the flat. It's going to be mud, grass, and birds. That's it. So where are those fish going to go? They're going to go into the one area that's going to have fish, and that's going to be either a deep trough, a deep pothole, or a channel. Those are going to be your three places that are usually going to hold the water, and it's going to hold the fish. And it makes it so easy. That's why I love fishing outgoing tide or negative tide, because there's nowhere for the fish to go. They're going to be in one spot. And it's like fishing in a barrel, basically. So you find your area that you want to fish. You find the right depth. Now the fun part starts. You try finding the bait. We've been finding schools of mullet the last couple weeks, and you're wanting the large black or striped mullet, whatever you want to call them. You find the big schools of mullet, and you're kind of picking apart the schools of mullet. You're fishing the edges of the mullet, and you're trying to find where those fish are going to be sitting. Now, when you do that, you can also put in fact that you do have that tide going out as well. So when you have that tide going out, you'll have some really good current. You're going to have that pushing out bait. It's going to be pushing all that grass out of the way. So you'll have the correct depth, finding the bait, and then of course the current. So you have all three. If you have all three things for that spot, you're going to be able to find the fish fairly easily. Then you can kind of pick it apart with whatever artificial you like fishing with. Now that night I'm throwing that minnows, and I tend to fish into the current. I'll pedal my Hobie up into the current, and I'm casting as far as I can ahead of me and just bringing it back to me, either swimming it straight or bouncing it off the bottom. Sometimes the fish like it one way or the other, and I feel like with the way the summer has been this year, a straight retrieve has been better, because I think these fish, you know, the water's warm, they're not wanting to have to chase after something. They're wanting this to come right to them. So if you're just reeling with the current, they're going to be staged up a little bit lower to where that bait's coming right to them. Makes it easy for them to pick up. So that's what I've been kind of doing, and I try to get out there, say, an hour and a half to 2 hours before that tide's completely out. That's usually when those fish are biting at the best. And then, of course, you're going to hit your slack. And then I think the hour to 2 hours after that, when that starts coming in, those fish will push up a little bit on the flat, and they'll start, you know, foraging on some of the stuff that the birds left over. So that is one of the reasons why I like a outgoing / negative tide during the summertime. And hopefully this helps you guys catch more fish, and we will see you in the next one.